Okay, probably about let me see about 2.5 months ago that the riot at Capitol Hill took place when a group of protesters break, broke away from the like I say peaceful Trump protesters. They decided to sack Capitol Hill. Okay, you know what? It took me by surprise too. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. And what happened? You see a bunch of people in Congress had to be rushed to the bunker. Okay, when that broke out, I'm gonna tell you one thing though that this surprised it surprised me big time. But I'll let you know that I'm gonna tell you all riots are wrong. Okay, what they've done is wrong. But you got to remember that that it could have been prevented a long time ago. Okay, it could have. I'm gonna tell you one thing though that if the politicians could have, took care of the problem during the Black Lives Matter and Antifa riots. Okay, I bet like it wouldn't escalate it into Capitol Hill. What's so funny is how the Democrats call Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters are very peaceful. But you know what though? And what happened up in Seattle? That the protesters occupied the chat zone and took over the police station and vandalizing the burning down business, vandalizing government buildings, and also in Portland how they attacked the police station and federal building and then started spraying graffiti. And also what happened in Minnesota, I think in Minneapolis. Okay, and what happened where the epicenter where it got started, that the police station got burned down, and also businesses and homes were looted. Innocent people were dragged out of cars and beat up. Okay, even rebel cars. Okay, and on railroad tracks got looted. Okay, and believe me, and you think Capitol Hill was bad? Why don't you look across what happened across the nation? I'm gonna tell you, even my community got hit by riots. Okay, like it happened, like a group of people looted a GameStop store. Okay, they closed that down, and that really upset my son. He got autism because that's his favorite store. Okay, and like up in La Mesa too. Like he got La Mesa Village. La Mesa, like in California near San Diego, got burned and looted. Banks were burned down. Okay, stores got looted. It was all on TV. But I'm gonna tell you that's sacred ground because that's the community center. I mean, you know what though? That 2 black men got killed in Seattle chat zone, and when the police tried to respond to what happened, the rioters attacked them. Okay, preventing them from coming. You know what? That case is not solved. And you know what? The president and the mayor of Seattle called Trump a bunker boy because he was sending people to he's sending law enforcement to start a riot, and also that idiot President Obama during the funeral of one of the I forgot his name. Okay, I'm sorry I forgot his name because he's a civil rights leader of his time. Obama politicized his funeral comparing Donald Trump to Wallace for firing tear gas at protesters. Hey Obama, look here, Obama, you're stupid. You're firing tear gas at rioters. Okay, see right there that got to me the most. I'm gonna tell you. You got to remember, the riot started when Obama failed to do anything. All right. Instead, he sided with that thug Michael Brown, who attacked an old Asian man and robbed a store. Oh, by the way, the riot started by a hate crime towards an Asian person in Ferguson. That's all got started. And you know what's so ironic is that they criticized Donald Trump for bringing in U.S. troops at the White House and was using the military to repel the protesters. So what they say, like by Lord and helicopter. What happened is that they were trying to breach the fence over the White House. That's exactly what happened. And the Democrats, criticized him for using troops at the White House and said he was hiding out in a bunker. Okay, then what happened? Then came the Capitol Hill riot. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, the hordes of protesters stormed well, not protesters, they're rioters. Okay, sorry about that. They stormed the U.S. Capitol. They took over they took over the entire building. Okay, raided Nancy Pelosi's office. All right, and like I said, took over the congressional floor. Okay, and you know what? Then you know what? Right there, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Unfortunately, a police officer died. Okay, I feel bad about that. Well, that bothers me right there. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, innocent people do suffer. And what happened was that the Democrats started to care about law enforcement after they had the people turn on them. Okay, but you gotta remember, more law enforcement got beaten and killed by BLM and Antifa during the riots. Okay, so you know what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened next? That they want to impeach Trump for inciting a riot, and also they try to say that Proud Boys, the white supremacists, are responsible. But you know what though? You see on social media, I seen people of color was there. Okay, and also later on, a Jewish rabbi was arrested in Capitol Hill. So it cannot be no white supremacists. You know what it was? It was a bunch of angry United America who had enough. I'm going to tell you one thing though. It's still wrong to do what they did, okay? Because in my opinion, I don't prove of that. But what happened, that it could have been prevented a long time ago. And then what happened next? Now they have the military at Capitol Hill to protect them. You know the main reason why that happened? Because the Democrats got hurt real bad, and they got scared half to death because they didn't expect the riots will come to their house, because they thought they were so protected from the outside world. You know what? Even, I'm gonna tell you, they would not provide protection of their citizens because they allow businesses in their district to be burned and looted. People got beaten. I remember one incident how a woman, a mother and a child, was trapped by a bunch of rioters. Her house was on fire, and the police had to fight their way through the rioters to rescue her. And also, too, how a bunch of rioters were invading communities, pounding on doors. Okay, saying, I want my house. And also, the protesters were barring people at the restaurant. They say, oh, you eating on stolen land. Yep, you know what? Jobless hordes, okay? You know what? They were out there doing the coronavirus, okay? Not so distancing. They spread a coronavirus. Okay. I'm going to tell you what. You know what happened? The Democrats got hurt real bad, so that's why they blame Trump for all of that. But and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what, though. I'm going to tell you. I'll lay the responsibilities on the rioters, okay? The DC rioters, that is, because you know what? The rioting is wrong, but you got to remember, the Democrats should have provided those U.S. troops, okay, to deal with it a lot sooner. Because what happening is that if you get a rioters on one inch, you give them another. Like they'll take another mile. That's exactly what happened. They escalated to D.C. So you got to remember, Democrats. I hope you learn your lessons, because I'm gonna tell you one thing. You know what? BLM and Antifa still rioting down to this day, because look what happened in Portland just now. So it's not gonna end soon. Okay. Like, I'm gonna tell you, Democrats are in charge now, so they're gonna keep letting those people loose. So YouTubers, I wish you have a very nice afternoon and be safe.